me?
We go live in 5, 4, 3, 2. Smash him up, crack that fool. Quarterback whack, yo, sack that fool. Hit him, 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 hit him. Smash him up, watch that move. Went too swift, can't catch these dudes. Hit him, 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 hit him. Listen, 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 hit him, listen. This Eagles talk, this talk Eagles. Philly bleed green, it's from your people. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's beat the squad. Big Pat shelling, Dante the dark child. Drop the stats on him, drop the facts on him. Spur gang, baby, let's get it on.
Hey, fam, it's your man Dante, the Dark Knight. Welcome, Eagles Talk Game Day. Last game of the season still has playoff implication, but our coach has chosen to rest the starters and use this week as an extra bye week for the team as they head into the playoffs. They still have an opportunity to gain the number 2 seed in the NFC seedings, and I'm assuming that either it's not that important or they think that they can beat the Commanders without the starters because our coach has decided, like I said, to rest the starters. He's not playing the starters. The backups will be in. Now, don't get it twisted. Some people will be playing because we don't have a roster where we can, just substitute everybody at one time. So somebody will be playing, but it won't be the starters, the important starters as far as we know. So we'll get everybody's opinion on what they think about that and the game. We have an old friend with us today. Sandlin is back on air, being in town, and we welcome him back. Along with Nichelle is showing up. The queen of Eagles Talk is here. So we got a full crew today. I could have took out today. Shoot, and I was tired enough to do that. But let's get this show on the road. You're watching Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles coverage show around. That's by us Eagles fans and for us Eagles fans. Here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, that is the Philadelphia Eagles, and we do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. So I don't have anything. I got like flavored water. I got flavored water. Yeah, I think you know what I mean.
No, it's not plain water. You're good.
All right, so Pat, what are you doing? What are you guys? What are some dancing boys doing over here?
Just cracked up with a new bottle of Woodford Reserve.
Yeah, little birthday. Right. Christmas bottle.
All right, new Woodford Reserve. All right, they're going to the Woodford Reserve. Nichelle.
I'm waiting for a tequila shot, some 1800 that's about to come my way.
All right, okay, so she's doing the 1800 tequila shot. So let's all do it together.
Reposado, to be exact.
All right, that's kind, not that Blanco stuff. That's I don't even know why they It's stupid.
People all right, with no taste buds.
Right. So here we go. Down the hatch to our Philadelphia Eagles. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the Scoreboard.
Oh, I forgot you do the soundboard, Pat. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got you.
Old habits. I'm sorry.
Old habits die young.
Yeah. All right. So as I mentioned in the opening, our Philadelphia Eagles coach Nick Sirianni has chosen to use this last week of the season as a bye week for the team and the rest of his starters as we head into the playoffs. Although there are still playoff implications involved in this game, meaning if the Eagles win today and the Bears lose, the Eagles would secure the number 2 seed in the playoffs. I like that. I like to be able to have the number 2 seed. First and foremost, if we advance past the wild card round, we get a second game at home, guaranteed, if we have the number 2 seed. So, and this is the spot that we were in last year. We were the number 2 seed heading into the playoffs last year. And then we had a bit of luck with the Washington Commanders taking out the Detroit, the number 1 seed of that time last year, the Detroit Lions, and it afforded us to have a home game for the NFC Championship. So I like that path to the Super Bowl. And maybe, we can recreate that if we had the number 2 seed. But it makes it a little more difficult in the fact that we're resting our starters. Not to say that the backups are not going to go out and play their heart out, but I just thought it would be worth playing the starters to secure that. But whatever the decision is, it is what it is. How do you guys feel about that?
Me? Listen, they should be out there playing. I don't give a rat's behind. They should be out there playing because what they put on this game film this year, they don't need a week off. They do not need a week off. I understand injuries, and I won't go through the inactive list shortly. So I understand injuries and stuff like that. You want to rest the guys that are injured, but you haven't created a flow on the offensive side of the ball. Now the defensive starters, they can take off, and they afforded themselves to take off. But this offense, I mean. I get it. I totally agree. DarkKnight, Nichelle. I totally get it. You want you guys to be healthy going into the next week, in the playoffs and stuff like that. That's the most important. But at the end of the day, we haven't seen anything that awards them or affords them to say, you know what, this team is ready for the playoffs.
I know I've been going for a long time because I concur.
Yeah, oh my God, you have been going a long time.
He agreed with him.
The Sandlin brothers are agreeing. Oh my God. This is not how this works. What are you talking about?
He almost spit out his yak.
Have you forgot your role on this team? This is crazy.
Look, I gotta concur. One of the reasons I think we need to play our starters is for two possibilities. I want to be the number 2 seed. I don't want to put that in the hands of another team, possibly beating the Bears. Number one. Number two, our offense has been inconsistent at best all season. The run game. I mean, yeah, he might get over 1,000 yards, but the run game has been trash. They aren't playing with any violence. They aren't playing with any pop. The passing game is insecure. You know what I mean? Like, he's putting up okay numbers, but we aren't coming out and dominating. We should come out and dominate. We should come out and put 21 points up in the first quarter. We waited to mid-season to score a touchdown in the first quarter. Don't wait. Look, you still gotta make the cake batter before the cake get done in the oven, man. Like, let the offense play, man. Let the offense play.
I actually concur with Shell. This is crazy. I need to take another shot.
And what say you, Nichelle? How do you feel?
I'm 50-50. So I'm half in, with the Sandlin brothers, but the other half of that is our O-line definitely needs more reps because they have not played as a unit, all of them healthy. That is the core crux of the trenches that has held this offense back to me. I think that's where the rubber meets the road, is because you don't have a core O-line that has played as a unit for any long stretch of time this entire season. So our no matter what Patullo calls or what Jalen does, if your O-line is not in sync, none of that's working anyway. And we discount that. We don't talk about that enough. We have not yet had at least 4 or 5 weeks with the same line.
Correct.
Yep.
So I want them to get the reps, but they need to get the reps with their starters. So we can't just put the O-line in with the second string. They need to get the reps with the starters so they know their assignments. That's where I'm at with it. I would have liked to see the starters, at least play the first quarter,
first half. Yeah.
Well, this may be a first. It
has nothing to do with Jalen. It has nothing to do with AJ. It has everything to do with the O-line. We have yet to have a stretch of time where our O-line was all consistent and all healthy.
I think we're all in agreement, DarkKnight.
That's the first time we all agreed on something.
Because we all agree.
As we see it.
I haven't added my 2 cents, but I agree with everything that has been said previously, especially Nichelle's point with the offensive line. The offensive line has not been in rhythm, and I think that that's been a big part of the offensive struggles this year is not having a healthy offensive line. That has always been our saving grace. When we can't get in the flow in the passing game or whatever, we can always count on the offensive line to provide us with a solid running game to fall back on. And without them playing at a high level, at the same high level that they did last year, the same physicality, not being healthy, I think it really has, handicapped our offense by not allowing us to have the consistent dominant run game that we're used to in the past. So to that point, and listening to Jason Kelsey talk about just that, he said it's all about getting reps. So I would have liked to see them play just to get the reps with everybody supposedly healthier now. So as many, and you can't replicate this in practice. You need to do this in the game time, and with pads on and things of that nature. So I would have liked to see the starters for that reason alone. And to Shell's point too, the offense as a whole has not been in sync. So the only way you get it in sync is to play. So I would have liked to see them do that as well for that aspect. And I would like to sew up the number 2 seed. I would.
Yeah.
And just a little correction, Shell. We don't control our own destiny. So even if we win, we still need the Bears to lose. So so we don't control it that much.
Detroit to do what Detroit hasn't been able to do the last part of the season.
Well, they
take some people out for us, but
they don't like each other. That's always been a blood and guts type of game.
It's a conference rivalry. Divisional. I'm sorry, it's a divisional game. So when you have these divisional games, what happens is like the teams, they tend to play each other very different than they play other squads. So they know what the other team's doing. They know their tendencies and stuff like that.
And Detroit's going to play because win or lose, it doesn't change their draft status that much. Maybe 1 or 2 spots.
What are you talking about draft? What are you talking about draft for? Get out
I'm talking about Detroit.
Now we can yell at each other.
They're talking about Detroit. They're playing. They're going to play. They're going to play. He's not going to. That coach is not going to sit nobody. He's not going to take no plays off. Shoot, it might be a few trick plays in that game. That's going to be a good game.
Detroit. I think Detroit will help us out. Because I think they're going to play.
They were a disappointment. They lost to the Packers.
Yeah.
They did take out the Cowboys.
Yeah.
They lost to the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
They lost to the Steelers. They lost to the Vikings. So they need to help us out and get this W because their last few games have been L's.
Yeah, they had some.
Their last 3 games have been L's.
They had some injuries.
Yeah, but before we go even farther, Dark, now let me get these inactives out the way. Because there's a lot, actually. For the Washington Commies, you have quarterback Jalen Daniels, quarterback Marcus Mariota, third string quarterback Sam Hartman. They still got 4 quarterbacks. This is crazy. Tackle, it's 4 quarterbacks.
They deep in the quarterback bag. They deep in the bag right now.
They like the Browns was. The Browns had 5 quarterbacks when the season started.
That's stupid. All right. So tackle Laramie Tinso, running back Chase Edmonds, defensive end Jalen Holmes, and defensive tackle Sheldon Day. For the good guys, Philadelphia Eagles, we have a lot of people that's going to be sitting out. But for the inactives, you have Lane Johnson, Jalen Carter, N'Kobe Dean, Jalen Phillips, Dallas Goedert, Marcus Epps, and Landon Dickerson. You do have some players that suited up, like Jordan Malala, that may not even play. You also have some people chasing milestones as far as Devontae Smith. I think he needs 44 yards to get 1,000 yards. Saquon Barkley needs about 80-something yards.
I think he needs 46 yards.
No, he needs 85 total yards.
For a bonus.
Right there on the screen.
87 scrimmage yards. 87
scrimmage yards for a $200,000
$250,000
bonus and 44 yards to reach 1,000 yards for the season.
So I knew it was 44 yards. Yeah, I knew that.
I said 44 yards.
You said 87 yards. I said
those the same.
I'm talking about the rushing yards.
I said Smitty needs 44 yards for 1,000.
All right, he did. I said 87 for Saquon.
Okay.
Calm down, brothers.
This stuff was a highlight of the show when they were on the show. People bump into them in the street like, "Oh man, I love when y'all be arguing at each other."
They love all of that.
All right, but So those are inactives. I am looking forward to seeing Tanner McKee. Now, I'm not. I know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. If Tanner McKee performs well, we know what's going to happen. I'm not even focused on that because that's just Philly. We know that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Moving the goalposts.
What I want to know is what you're feeling. My feeling is if he does good, he just does good. You know what I'm saying? We're not sitting Jalen based off of that one game. So it'll just, solidify that we have a great backup sitting on the bench. But Jalen's not going anywhere, people. So, I know
I'm
what
not
the
even
talk is gonna be.
entertaining that conversation because
Yeah,
it's dumb.
a
Like, who
backup
gives
is
up your Super Bowl MVP and you're currently the number 3
Right.
seed and an NFC East champ? Like, why are you talking stupid at this time of the season? We're trying to win another chip.
Right.
If you haven't been on the same page, we're trying to win another chip, whether you like what it looks like or not. Look at that game last night with Seattle on them. Did they have big numbers?
Nope.
They played the same game that we played.
Yep.
Smash mouth football. Every point you get, you had to fight hard for it. It was a low scoring game. Are they getting the same heat that we would get if we had a won in that fashion? No.
Well, you know why? Because, and to our credit, the expectations of us are greater than these other teams. These other teams are not us. People are basing our performance this year. The people are basing our performance this year on the team they saw last year, and that team was great, right?
Yeah.
And they're judging us based on that team. Now, none of these teams this year look like us last year, right? So when you
Let me correct you. They're basing that on last year's playoff team. We had similar issues in the regular season last year.
Right.
They're basing it after the playoff run.
We averaged 174 rushing yards a game last year, though.
They're basing on last year, and
that's the only difference is we had better rushing. Our passing stats haven't. They're the same. Almost.
Yeah. So
to your point, I agree with you. I think that is largely based on our performance in the playoffs last year. More specifically, the last game they seen us play of last year, which was the Super Bowl, when we annihilated a team that everyone else thought was a dynasty.
Yeah,
we annihilated them.
And look where they are now.
And where they are now. But that's the picture of the Eagles that a lot of people. That's the lens through which a lot of people look at the Eagles this year. We're not that team as explosive as that. But hey, it's not like we can't be, right? We've just been waiting. We still have the same personnel, which means we still have the same potential to do what we did. It'd be different. I could see if we lost, a lot of personnel on the offensive side of the ball, Saquon or whatever. We have basically the same personnel as last year. So we've been waiting all year. We're just waiting for these guys to play to that level of last year. I'm still holding out hope. You know what I mean? I know that we have to be realistic and we have to judge them on what we have seen this year. But I'm still holding out hope that, because I know Jalen is a big playoff performer, that he's going to raise his level of play. And how about everybody else does the same thing? We have that potential to still be that team. So that's why I want the number 2 seed.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look at that game yesterday, who's more prepared to win those type of games than us? I think we are the king of winning those. If that's going to be the playoff flavor that we saw yesterday with the Seattle Seahawks and the 49ers, sign me up. I'm all for it. We're going back to the bowl. If that's the style that's going to get you back, we're primed for that. We are primed for that.
I want to say that.
I
want to say this. Okay. And I heard. I want to go back to your original question that you put out there, and I know Nichelle doesn't want to answer it. I know we need to end this quarter in like 3 minutes, but I wanted to say this. I'm going to say that very calm. Tanner McKee can go out there and throw for 600 yards, 8 touchdowns. Next week, he'll sit his ass on the bench. All right. You want to know why? Tanner McKee is not game planned for. Tanner McKee is not expected to go out there and the play is not developed the way it should be developed to make a play with his legs and make a play with his arms. He's not in that sense. He's a quarterback that plays on time. All right. When you have this type of offensive coordinator that has nothing but hitch routes, and we saw all last second half,
Terrible.
they were all covered in the second half.
Terrible.
There's nothing there. Jalen Hurts made the best out of a bad situation, even though he didn't complete a pass. He didn't get sacked too many times. He got sacked once the whole game. Tanner McKee, on the other hand, even though he's a tall quarterback, he can see his things. He has a lively arm. I think we'd be in a worse situation. Now, he is a capable backup, all right? You go out there as a backup. You throw for 900 yards. You throw for 18 touchdowns. Next week, you're going to sit your ass on the bench.
Yeah, he's
all
a
right?
backup for a reason.
Because the offense becomes more lively when you have an offense coordinator that realizes the talent of the quarterback and the weapons around it. Like the last year during the playoffs. Same thing Nichelle said. The playoffs is what we're being judged off, not the season. The playoff. We put 55 points on the darling team of the Washington Commanders that they said was coming to whip up on the Philadelphia Eagles because they beat Detroit Lions. And we put double nickel on them. So no, Tanner McKee can sit his ass on a bench.
it comes, like I said, it comes to the point where we were in playoff games together, and coach come in the locker room like the first half was trash. You gotta wake up. You gotta wake up. You've been doing it all year. You know what I mean? Winners win. You don't forget how to win. It comes to a point where you put everything aside. You know what I mean? And you know the scheme. You know what you're supposed to do. You know where you're supposed to be at, and you just gotta win. And like I said, this is not a playoff game, but the guys that are getting an opportunity, this is your opportunity to put film on. So another team can get you. If I was in this opportunity, I would be, you know what I mean, NFL all pro just in this one game. So you're getting yourself an opportunity to put film up, go out and execute.
Well, this is not the last preseason game. This is the last regular season game. So therefore, you show the coaches that you are more capable to come in there in a backup situation that relieve the starter if they should go down. That's what you do here. But with that being said, DarkKnight, it is time to end this quarter. Want me to get it? I got it.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the quarter.
All right, we're getting ready for this final game of the regular season as our Philadelphia Eagles rest the starters as we prepare for the playoffs. You're watching pregame on Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles coverage show around us by us Eagles fans and for us Eagles fans. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles, and we do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. If you're an adult, you're drinking a beverage, it's an adult beverage. Right? So here we are. I'm doing my favorite water. Pat is doing, Pat and the Sandlin brothers are doing the Woodford Reserve. And Nichelle, have you gotten your tequila? She's gotten her tequila. So you guys let me know what you're doing out there as we get ready for this game, this Tanner McKee preview game, I guess. All right. Down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the second quarter.
What are we looking for? Like, I want to see Bixby. I want to see Tanner. I like to see Tanner.
I want to see everybody. I want to see
all
folks ball out.
I think we're gonna get heavy Saquon in the first half. I think they want to get him his yards to get him out the game. That's what I would as a coach. That's what I would do. Get him his yards. Get him as many yards as you can in the first quarter. So the second quarter you can coast him and then get him out the game. Wrap him.
They're not doing that. They're not doing that.
Wrap him up in plastic wrap.
You know what?
Unless he wants to, and even then, I don't think they're doing that.
He should have went for it last year. He should have went for it last year.
He could have made history last year, and they sat him down.
Sat him down last year.
They're going to put him out there for
money.
44 yards.
I'm going to be honest with you. All 4 running backs are active. You know what that means? That means Saquon may get one touch, one opportunity, and that's it. Howie Roseman realizes that
he's gonna get him his money.
Wait a minute,
he's gonna get him his money.
Can you let me finish? Howie Roseman realizes that he is the linchpin of this offense. If he gets one touch for 10 yards, Howie Roseman will say, you know what, you got close to the benchmark. Therefore, we're going to reward you as a reward. the $250,000. That's the right thing to do as a GM when your bell cup running back, even though he had a struggle season, he still had over 1,000 yards, 1,100 yards rushing. I mean,
The standard is the standard, man.
But are we stat merchants or are we Super Bowl champs?
Standard is the standard.
Right.
again,
Standard is
say
the
that
standard.
again, Nichelle. Please
Are
say
we
it again.
stat merchants or are we trying
No,
to be
we're not
Super
stat
Bowl
merchants.
We're
We're
champs?
not.
not stat
So
merchants, but the
therefore-
standard is the standard. If it's 1,000 yards, it's 1,000 yards.
No,
That has nothing to do with
what are
you.
you talking about?
Last year we were not. Last year he could have made history.
They could have made
And they
history.
didn't play him.
But he did because he won the Super Bowl. He did
Yeah,
make
he won.
history.
No, I'm talking
So
about
what
you know,
do you
with
rather
the-
Doing
He
Dark
is on
Knight.
the
Doing
cover of
the
Madden.
season.
He is on the cover of Madden. Like, what are we talking about here?
So what would you rather
And he
prefer?
broke the curse.
Wait,
Well, let me
wait,
not knock on wood. He,
Stop,
so far,
stop talking to
he
Shell.
broke
I'm
the
gonna
curse.
mute your mic. So what would you rather have? The record breaking 2,000 yards of beating Eric Dickerson and not getting the Super Bowl, or not getting the Super Bowl? I mean, not getting that record and getting to the Super Bowl and winning.
We could have did both.
Shell, I'm giving you the both ends of the spectrum.
All right.
All right. Yeah, he could have got the
Yeah,
record.
I mean,
And what-
hindsight, yeah, we could have got both, but we
Oh,
could have gotten
could
none.
have, but we could have also got
Yep.
him hurt.
Yeah, we
So
could have got
who
hurt.
has the
We had
crystal
nothing.
ball? And if something had to happen, then
was
what
in
you
his-
have
He
said.
was in his
In a
bag. He was in
meaningless
his bag.
game.
He was in his bag last year. He looked
In a-
better. He
in a
looked
meaningless
better
game.
than Terrell Davis did.
in a meaningless
Last year.
game. In a meaningless
He looked
game.
better than Terrell
I don't,
Davis.
why are we talking about Terrell Davis? The record
All right.
holder is
He's a-
Eric Dickerson.
Well, he's the last
All right,
person that
listen.
got get the closest. What are you
All
talking
down,
about?
all down. Let me go to the our third, actually our fifth co-host, and
I'm
that's
just trying to stay
you
with
guys
you
in the room.
Great.
We thank you
They've
guys
been in the
for.
room chit chatting. They got some good stuff to say today.
Yeah, they do. First person in the room was Rachel on YouTube. Thank you, Rachel, for subscribing on YouTube. We appreciate it. And if you guys are not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please go over there and do that. Just go over there, subscribe, hit the thumbs up. You'll be notified every time we go live. You won't have to worry about waiting for it on Facebook and stuff like that. Go over to YouTube and subscribe to Eagles Talk. Second person in the room was John D. Baptiste, South Carolina, in the house.
Okay.
Pakalaka, Richard Layton, I'm sorry, is in the house, and he's on
Yo,
YouTube as well. Thanks,
Shout out
Richard.
to Richard. He's drinking. He said he got a little sick. He's drinking a little moonshine to get better. Like, you're
Well,
great.
hey, he better listen. We
Yeah.
we get
He
water
family.
too.
That's where we from.
That's where we from. Vaughnville County represent. What's
Yeah.
up?
Yeah.
Bowman,
South Carolina.
Bowman, South Carolina in the house.
We from Camp Ranch.
We
Camp
finna
Ranch,
go to the camp
South
yard.
Carolina.
We finna go to the camp yard.
And drink some water. And drink
All
some
right,
water.
Rachel's also on Facebook also. That's dedication right there. But let's get down to what people are talking about right here, right now. And Rachel says, I think the offense will blossom in the playoffs. There is only one focus and goal. No one is worried about a short week or making the Pro Bowl, etc. It's about getting wins to getting
To win the
getting
Super Bowl.
wins to the Super Bowl. Win the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
All right.
win the Super
That's
Bowl.
all about
Win the Super Bowl. Yeah.
I don't care what the score of any of these games are if we win a Super Bowl. So I don't even want to talk about scores of games after this week is over.
Yeah.
I want to talk about. I don't care if we win by a point,
What is-
by 3, by 30, because none of that matters if we can't get the W.
Yeah, no doubt. I like this though.
I need another one of these.
Look, they're talking about
Get you.
it's going to be Black
Fair,
Friday.
dude.
I mean Black Monday tomorrow. There's going to be some coaches let go, and they've been talking
Yeah.
about this. I've been watching it this morning. They've been talking about these coaches that may be released, that may be sitting on either the seat is hot or it's lukewarm or it's kind of hot. You know what I'm saying? And one of those people is Shane Steichen, our old offensive coordinator. I don't think he's going anywhere, but if he happens to be let go,
Bring him back
how
home.
would you guys be open to bringing Shane back?
Bring him back home.
I hate to say bring these people back because Kellen Moore, even though Kellen Moore might get fired too.
Kellen Moore is not getting fired.
Our offensive coordinator is
Hey,
trash truck
listen,
juice. Huh?
Listen,
Kellen Moore is not getting fired after 1 year. But these guys are playing hard. And he's not getting fired.
They're playing hard. Hold on.
And he don't have a quarterback. Are you kidding me? That would be hard.
Let me see what their record was. I'm sorry. Let me make sure what their record. They were 6-11, and that's those 6 games they won. They won because they found somebody that could actually, and the other team gave up. Like, dude.
But what I'm saying is, what's the criteria you're using to fire your coach you just hired to come make it better? Did he because he didn't take them to the playoffs?
There's no focus. There's no focus. There's no direction that the team is going in. Yeah, you might have found a quarterback, but the dude's gonna be 30 next year.
Only 1 year though. 1 year. That's still not enough. That's not enough for me because I've seen this team as of late play with some.
But if Shane does get fired, I will relish to have him come back. He did some great things with the playbook that Nick Sirianni had. He opened up the playbook. He expanded the playbook. And he made the offense look fun at times. There are some other things that needs to be subscribed into our playbook. As far as the running game, we need more under the center. More different aspects. We actually need the I formation book back or the I formation book. Yes, I said
what?
Because
he's an AI. He's not really my brother.
He needs to be under center. I've been saying that. They even said that last night about
oh my god,
many quarterbacks being under center more.
It worked.
And being
this
too
5
heavy.
years ago, y'all was looking at me like my head was on backwards.
I would agree with you if I was here with you, Shell. We would have been Shell squared with that one.
Well, I think that this is a copycat league or a punch counter punch type of sport, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you get the offense succeeding a certain way, the defense is going to, they're going to conform to be able to stop that method. And playing in the shotgun was successful, but they're catching up. They're catching up, and to be more creative and more unpredictable, you got to go back to formations that that have them adjust. And going under center is now that flavor of the day. I think it is. I really do.
Like my experience from playing football to coaching football, one of the things that is very difficult to stop is, off-center I formation. When you have a fullback that's not directly behind the quarterback, but he's off-center. You don't know if he's running a counter. You don't know if he's running the lead. You don't know if he's running a draw. And it's actually one of the most violent plays in football to stop as an inside linebacker. Because you can get countered by the center or the guard, and then you got a fullback coming full steam. So I said, that's one of my favorite formations in football. That's one of the formations I always put in whenever I coach is that formation, because it really can't. You're going to get 4 or 5 yards before the back gets touched. Everybody's on point.
Let me answer this question real quick because I know we got 10 minutes before the game starts. Did McDonald fix Donald or is defense saved? A little bit of both. You got to realize that Sam Darnold is a product of the season. He did it with the Minnesota Vikings. He is a product of the weapons that's around him during the season. When he's specifically game plan for to stop his what he does good, and you put a rush against him, he goes down the drain. And I think that's going to happen in the playoffs again with the Seahawks, unfortunately. They have a very good defense, but I think it's going to happen to the Seahawks.
Well, I hope that he does go down the drain because they locked up that number 1 seed. Look, Dion says, "How come Shell not hollering?" Because he's in person now. He only hollers.
Oh, the Caps. You gotta stop.
Yo, stop that, man.
Ain't no stop that.
It's a reason behind. Like, I do that because when I text you, I'm texting. That's all that is.
We know you texting when we see your name come up at the top of the darn text message.
Well, somebody could have stole my phone, and I just wanted to make sure that that when I'm texting, it's only me in large caps.
All right, Tony Burris says too much serious chat. Bring out the bunny.
All right.
Bring out the bunny. You heard him.
There we go. Oh, it's my first time seeing that. No.
So yeah, I ain't butt of
The shenanigans. The
who did
shenanigans.
that anyway? Was that John Batiste?
I think it was.
John
That was
Batiste do that?
Tony. That was Tony that wanted to bring the bunny out.
No, I'm talking about who actually
made
made
it?
the.
I don't know. Somebody you kept me. I can't remember.
It was John Batiste, I think.
It was.
Oh my God!
Yeah, John Batiste. I always tell him it's on site. When I see you, boy, it's on site.
It's on site.
But
Hey, God.
I'm all right with it because we're on a 2-game winning streak. So if the bunny gets us to another Super Bowl, just flash the bunny. I will have to, I have to make the sacrifice for my team. I'll do whatever it takes. So
I'm sorry, Dark Knight.
that's what it takes.
We had a picture of me, like with my face hyperimposed into Jordan Davis when he had his dreads.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Oh, man.
So Nichelle, you know you're next.
Jesus
all right?
said that ain't right. That ain't right.
I got pictures.
You said I got pictures.
I got one with the Eagles cheerleaders.
Oh, you got a real one. We talk about one.
No, we talking about made up. Yeah. So that's our luck right there. That bunny, that me as the bunny is we gonna ride that. We on a 2-game winning streak.
You know I'm home.
2 or
You know
3 game winning streak with that bunny. So we gonna do that.
I'm going up 5th Street. I'm gonna get 100 shirts made.
I'm gonna cut his mic off. We gotta end this quarter.
Oh, go ahead, end the quarter.
And that's the end of the quarter.
All right, you're watching Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook that's by us fans and for us fans. Yes, I've said it again. #1 Eagles coverage show by Eagles fans for Eagles fans on Facebook. Yes, we are. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team. That is the Philadelphia Eagles. We do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. I'm doing the flavored water. Pat and his brother are doing the Woodford Reserve, and Nichelle is doing the tequila. Let me know what you're doing in the chat room, and let's do this. Let's go. It's still something to be excited about. Down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook. That is by Eagles fans for Eagles fans.
You're now listening to the
All right, Tony says, wait, you mean the bunny ain't real? The bunny is a real picture. It's a picture of me that they took and put in AI. And because if you look closely, the face doesn't look like me. But
Put it up. Let me see.
not me.
No,
But, they took one of my pictures, put it in AI, had them put me in a bunny, and I think that week I was drinking a peppermint mocha, so that's why I had
she was in Virginia.
in my hand. Put the picture back up. Put the picture back.
You want to picture back up?
No,
No,
break it down. Let's do color state on that thing. So, you got
hold on, Cheryl. Hold on. I got
not me. That's
Oh.
not me. Totally. I mean, that they changed my face, but I was drinking a peppermint mocha, so we had that. I'm holding that, and the background. So this is how I know it's my picture because the background is from one of my pictures. So that's where the bunny pic came from, Tony. And that was courtesy of John D. Batiste. That's why I say when I see John, it's on site. But that picture, showing that picture, since that picture has been created, we've won 3 games in a row. So we're going to show that picture until something else different happens. So I'm okay with
the playoffs. We got
all right. So you got the backups. And what do you guys? What's the prediction? What are you guys looking for to see in this game? We got about 3 minutes.
Go ahead, Shell.
All right. I think realistically, we're going to dominate the game. He's going to run the ball. He's going to get Saquon his yards. He's going to get the offensive line to get used to going forward instead of backing up for pass offense. And I see us winning the game. I'll say 32-7.
Wow. So I really think what's going to happen is that he's going to get Devontae Smith his yards. He's 44 yards to get that 1,000-yard season. So you have 2,000-yard receivers and a 3,000-yard quarterback. I don't think Saquon will play. If he does, it's going to be for one series. Then you have A.J. Dillon. You have the other running backs, Tank Bixby. These guys are going to get carries more or less than Saquon's going to get carries. We want to see some kind of flow with them. We're playing backups. We're playing against Washington starters. Well, not started quarterback, but starters. And, there are going to be some times where it's like, you know what, players don't care because, you know what, I hate to say this. This game doesn't matter to us. We're reserved for that third spot. I don't care who comes to Philadelphia for that wild card weekend. We're going to bust your ass. So with that being said, if we're able to dominate the line of scrimmage and just win at the line of scrimmage for a little bit, and I said I wasn't going to talk about this no more, but if we're able to do that, I think we can win this game with a little bit more points than the commies. Tanner McKee goes off, though.
All right, Nichelle, I'll let you get the last word.
Me?
Yeah. So you.
My internet's being funky. I think our second string is going to handle business. I hope we get Devontae's yards. But I think it's going to be a good tune-up because we do need to see if these people can come in and plug in case necessary during the playoffs. So I expect everybody to go, full throttle and give 100% plus effort and us to come out with this W against Washington because, we may be playing our starters, but I still would put, some of our second string up against their starters any day. And twice on Sunday. So I say we win by at least a touchdown.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. They said it all. I don't need to say anything. The game is on. You guys come back and we'll talk about the game afterwards, after we beat their ass. All right. So I'm your man, DarkKnight, for the Sandlin brothers, Pat and Shell, in a special guest appearance. And Nichelle, we're out. We'll see you after the game. Peace.
Peace.
Go live in 5, 4, 3.